All right, kind of a wet Tuesday out there, but actually right now might be the nicest part of the day.
Yeah.
The nicest part of the day happening right now, and that's just going to carry over into Wednesday as well. But we were matched with the wet weather and the wind today across much of our area. Just some of the fresh blossoms blowing in the breeze in downtown Portland with some nice pops of color, soaking up the last bit of rain that is currently falling in our direction. But drier skies, they are on the horizon after our daytime highs today. Managed to climb back up into the upper 50s. 60 degrees is where we should be for this time of year. I think we will surpass that as we work our way into the middle of the week. Cooling things back now into the mid to upper 50s. Hillsborough on the warmer side at 61. Also seeing those clouds starting to break apart anywhere from the coast to the high terrain of the Cascades. As we take a live look out over the Vancouver area, thanks to our Hotel Indigo Kirkland Tower camera, that's where our temperatures are currently hovering in towards the upper 50s and expected to hold on to that cloud coverage through the early morning hours tomorrow as the winds taper back along with those temperatures. With our satellite and radar depicting just a few heavier downpours over the higher terrain of the foothills of the Cascades. Snow actively falling, though, around Mount Hood. A great sight to see, especially as we talk about April being kind of the peak of the significant amount of snow that we see at our ski resorts. From this point on, we begin that melting process. So we've piled up the snow over the past 24 hours, building and keeping that base layer healthy until warmer temperatures once again return for Wednesday, beginning to melt again. But it's a kind of a turbulent time for the high terrain as our snow elevation levels are going to retreat back up to about 7,000 feet. They will fall as we work our way into Friday and Saturday with just a few scattered snow showers possible. That snow level dropping back to about 3,500 feet. So Mount Hood, at least through early tomorrow morning, could see an additional 6 to 10 inches of brand new snow. So mountain pass travel likely going to run across some of those snow-packed roadways. But at least our winds here in the metro area are expected to simmer down as we move our way through not only the night but into the day tomorrow, really making for a decent Wednesday ahead as a ridge of high pressure begins to build over the western half again. But then we prepare for this next cold front, and it's this cold front that will drop our temperatures again, bring back the chance of rain by the time we move into Thursday afternoon and evening, leaving behind this very shallow trough of cooler air that will keep us slightly below average moving towards the weekend. Let's time everything out with the futurecast. Drying skies out tonight, calmer winds as we approach Wednesday, and we'll see a few breaks in our clouds tomorrow afternoon. It won't be anywhere near what we've seen so far today, but starting the day off on Thursday, dry with some sunshine. Don't let that catch you off guard. You can already see that cold front just hanging out over the Pacific. It races its way onshore during the early afternoon hours, bringing back the chance of rain, but it quickly wraps up by our evening commute on Thursday. Filling up our rain gauges in addition to what we've already seen. Again, Wednesday's dry, but Thursday adding an additional couple of 1/100ths to a 1/10 of an inch for the I-5 corridor, closer to a 1/2 inch for those coastal spots. Tonight here in the city, drying out those skies, temperatures falling to the mid-40s. Here's what's on tap for tomorrow, 50s and 60s for the coast, the I-5 corridor, mid-60s, a few breaks in our clouds, also mild out towards the east, Burns at about 63, Bend close to 70 degrees as melting conditions once again return for the Cascades. And our 7-day forecast does show a bit of a teeter-totter effect from day to day. Weather whiplash as we move our way closer to the weekend, which will not be a washout. A few scattered showers for Saturday, drier, a little bit more of that sunshine and highs back into the low 60s for Sunday as we approach 70 degrees 1 week from yesterday. So Monday, 68 degrees. Yeah, we're already into Tuesday.
This is that time we hold on to those 70-degree days. But as long as we see sun breaks in there this time of year, we're fine.
Oh, yeah. And the blooms and blossoms also put a lot of smiles on our faces,
yeah.
too.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.